Anyway, it trailed off there just going through Discord. The other thing to kind of ponder, the two, well, one's a storyline, the other is just kind of an occurrence, more or less. The storyline being the mention of another heaven returning. And like I know I've kind of done almost like what Cam's strategy is when he writes his fanfics. He knows the premise of the chapter and he kind of knows what the payoff of that's supposed to be, but getting to that point is sometimes easier said than done.
So you're a gardener, not an architect in this instance.
Right. I know what the premise, what the heck was that? Put the English on that one. I know what the premise is supposed to be, and like kind of what the end game of it, and the sort of conflict, or obvious conflict is with fucking another heaven, but the sort of secondary, like subplot conflict of, if my reputation is getting people so angry at me that they're basically going after people that they hear are associated with me just to try and piss me off, maybe I ought to just like not. Because I don't know if I don't think I've sent any updated version of the like story so far type shit I typed it a while back, but basically this is the wrong. This is the door. This is the wrong notepad. No, that was the correct note. That one's the wrong one. The fucking. Because I've typed find drive into this a couple of times. It thinks that it's a location tag. The tabs, rather than being the name of a fucking team.
Ah, yes, find drive Indiana.
I wonder what happens if I do click on it, because it's hyperlinked. It's showing me some random place in Georgia. Okay.
Oh, sorry, find drive Georgia. I just realized I can save some pain on my ears by literally just putting my headset around my neck since I'm already hearing you through the DV.
No, I just realized I just screenshotted the thing. I realized I can't look because you're driving.
Yep, I'm in the middle of the run.
That's when you start moving.
I just started lap 3 of 5 on the Ferrari thing.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll just read through it. It's like a handful of paragraphs. They're not very long paragraphs. The two carryovers of Double Mind who escaped when the crew was forcibly dissolved conspire to start up another heaven. Initially, they started in Nagoya, and Blood was keen to remain there, but Brown Satan still harbors a particular desire for revenge against, in particular, me. Meanwhile, Incandescent Flame has recently had another spat with a woman who took his place as the leader of Twister, Gina. This girl until he storms off, only to encounter the pair of former Double Mind members. The renegade RX-7 representatives inquire and soon agree to a shared revenge tour. You help us get back at this Silent Night bastard, and we'll help you get back to the top of your crew. Well, you can start by roughing up that Mercury Racing group. We're super close with those little girls. Hurting them should draw your guy out. Plus, I don't like her much either. So they do that. Conveniently, Mercury always enter the route together. So the Incandescent Flame, Brown Satan, and Blood have no issues ambushing the group. One by one, the trio of RX-7s take out all of the girls, despite their best efforts at self-defense. A handful of moments later, Sylvester, a fine drive, happens upon the junkyard of wrecked Mercury Racing drivers. Initially, the girls are snappy due to the history they share with his team, but Sylvester still calls for help anyways because this is a separate issue. Help soon arrives in the form of two fellow Fine Drive members, as well as Speedrunner and two other members of Commander. And a bit later, I also arrive, despaired. All active parties quickly ascertain that another Heaven and some members of Twister will soon be colluding to do something, most likely attack other drivers. And that is as far as that's gotten so far.
Got it.
And, well, obviously, I guess, besides stop them from hurting other people, the main internal conflict is if people that hate me are just going to keep trying to go after, like, the Mercury girls and etc., maybe I should just... It's probably not safe for me to continue doing this to attract more fucking attention that's unwanted.
Right.
The maybe slightly flawed logic of if I stop, then they would stop. That's probably not even true. And that would probably be the counter-argument.
Well, the two former dudes from, like, Double Mind are still gonna be dickheads no matter what.
So an Incandescent Flame at this point, he's kind of been painted as a heel for the most part.
Right, but there's a general thing of, like, I don't think he'd really fuck with you unless he had a reason to. He's a dickhead, yes, but otherwise.
Well, he's using those two to help him get back to the top of Twister. His goal isn't necessarily me or them, it's Gina.
Right.
So his plan is like, okay, so I helped you fuck up. I help you fuck with Silent Night. Now you gotta help me get rid of Topspin. Just Gina's behavior. Whether or not they actually will, it's uncertain. And it's like there's kind of two ways about going like that. It's like on one hand, it's like, why would they care? They got what they wanted. They were obviously dickheads. But also, it would just be more chaos, and that seems to be another Heaven's MO.
Yeah. Very much how, like I said, if, like, Allison wasn't dealt with by the time the fucking Void situation happens, she'd help, like, destroy Voids, but literally not for any other reason other than she'd revel in the fucking chaos.
That's the karma.
Kind of. I feel like, and this has been a thing I've always like thought of when it comes to that particular character, is like if she does anything good, it needs to be played for laughs or for a, you know, a reason that's very, very much her reasons, or very much like would be in character as to being her reasons, but otherwise played for laughs. Because she is pretty much an unrepentant piece of shit, but, you know.
The other much less